Hey you, are you still using print for debugging? Stop it. In today's episode, I'm going to show you why the logging module is the go-to solution for building scalable and maintainable apps here in Python. No more print, say goodbye and say hello to the logging module. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, guys, for another episode of Code with Josh. For obvious reasons, I'm Josh, and I'm stoked to have you guys here. Before I dive into today's episode, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. That really does help out my channel within the crazy YouTube algorithm, so if you enjoy this kind of stuff, help me out. Hit the like and subscribe. Today's video, say goodbye to print. We're done using print. I'm going to introduce to you guys the logging module, break it down. We're going to talk about the different levels and how to configure log to appropriately output what you're looking for. This is a better way to help you scale out your apps, keeping your terminal clean, and being able to log everything is great to look back on. Is your programming running correctly? Are there errors? Is something critical happening that you need to know now? Guys, the first link in the description is my weekly Python newsletter where I write about topics requested by you and I break it all down into terms you can understand. Come on down, join my Python newsletter, and all the other links I have in the description, they're dedicated to you. They're dedicated to helping you grow. So check out the links I have below. Enough said. Let's jump into the logging module and start logging now.
Let's get right into it, Python crew. I'm here to show you how and why logging is about 10 times better than using print all over your program. Now, before I just jump into it, we do have different levels of logging, okay? And each of these represents something that's going on in your program. I've started with the most basic level of logging, which is debug, all the way to the most critical, which is critical. And these two build on each other. Okay, so debug is just for detailed information during your development process. Info we can use to just confirm everything is working as it should be. Warning is going to be triggered when something unexpected happens, or it could be a potential problem that your program will face. Error is getting more serious. This is when an exception or something fails in your program. And then critical, this is a serious error. So imagine if you have a database with your program, if the database fails to open, this would be critical. Okay, and we can use each of these together, all of them, one of them. It's really up to you how you use these. And I'm going to cover this in more detail as we go through today's episode. So here I have a simple program, okay? I have a function which is logging me in as a user. And you can see here that my username is Code with Josh, password is subscribe. If I enter these two correctly, it's going to print right now that I'm logged in successfully, otherwise I have failed. Now, this is good and all right, but we're just printing all over the place. And that's just going to pollute your terminal with nonsense, stuff that it's going to become harder to read as you build out your program. So what we want to do is we want to use the Python logging module. So I'm going to import logging. Now, before we move forward, we need to set up the log. Okay, so after we import logging, we take logging and we give it some kind of basic configuration. We could put a few different things here. Typically, we put the level we want to log in the output format, but we can also put our logs in a file of its own. So I could say here file name is equal to, let's just call this web app, and the extension needs to end in a log. That's our extension. Okay. Additionally, we could say things here like level. And you can see here I have two equal signs, so I'm going to drop that. Level. What level do we want to log? Now, these are the levels. If I were to say here debug, then everything is going to be logged. It could be a debug, it could be an error, it could be a warning, because debug is the lowest level. So I'm going to actually say, let's say info, right? If I just say info, I want to log my info. It's going to start at info. Anything for debugging, it's going to skip that. That's not included in the log. This is going to log anything related to info as well as any of these higher logs. It could be a warning, an error, or critical. Then finally, we are going to give here format. Now, format, how do we want the output of this log to look? We could say a whole slew of different things here. Typically, how this is written is we're going to use that percent sign. I'm going to give it some parentheses. And inside here, I want to get the time. Okay, so that's one. I want the time so I can see when this log occurred in my program. We could even put in here the level name. The level name is going to tell me, is it an info? Is it a warning? Is it an error? And then additionally, let me just drop in here and let's say what message is going to come with that. So inside there, I don't need the dollar sign. We want the percentage sign. I'm going to say message, and that ends with S again. Okay, we could put other things in here, like I could put the file name, the path name. We could put the line of where the error actually occurred as well. And in the other ones, we will do that. Okay. Now down here, instead of saying print, I'm going to replace this. I don't want to say print anymore. I'm going to say logging. This is just basic info to make sure my app is working correctly. Inside the username, this is also just information. And then if it fails, that's something different, right? That could be, let's go here and let's say logging.warning. This is a warning now we're given. So when I run your code, okay, try and run your code with me here. I'm going to run the program as it should, but this time it's not really going to pollute my terminal. So I'll say login. Let's say Tom, password 123, enter. Okay, nothing happened. Josh, what's going on here? Well, over here, it automatically generated you a file. And you can see here that at this time and date, I triggered the info. Login attempt for who? Tom. But at this time and date, I got a warning. Okay, what's going on with my program? I failed to log in Tom. If I go back here to my program, let's just do it one more time. I'll say code with Josh. Password is subscribe, enter, 2 to stop. If I return here, now you can see, oh, boom, look at this. I have 2 more info calls, but this time I got logged in successfully. All right, that's our first example of how I incorporated logging over print. Let's jump into our next example and actually introduce tracebacks.
If you're getting value in today's episode, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. That really does help out the channel.
Now in this example, this is just a basic payment processing just to simulate the transaction, okay? And you can see that I'm ensuring that if it's less than 0, I'm raising an error. And then if we get an exception, I'm just printing off why it failed. I'm printing off the error that we got. So if I run this, right, that's -50. That's an impossible transaction. I'll run this to showcase this. Payment processing failed. Payment must be greater than 0. Okay, so that's great, right? We're just printing things off here, but I want to create that log again. Now, this time we're going to use logging again. So how can we log this? But I'm also going to import something called Traceback. So this is actually going to display which line in your code the error is coming from, and it's going to give you a detailed description. You're probably used to seeing how this looks in your terminal. This is just going to output your error message in the logging file instead. So now that we have that, let's take logging. Let's give ourselves our basic configuration. Okay, let's create a file name. What do you want to call this? Let's call this payment log. Okay, cool. We have this. Now, last time we used the info of our levels of logging, but this time, let's actually just say logging. Let's get all the error messages. So this is only going to log error and critical. It's not going to log anything prior to that. Down here, let's give ourselves a format again. And do you remember the format we used last time? Well, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say time. I want to get the time. We want to get, what else do we want to get? The level name. So I'm going to say level name. And let's also just include our message. Okay. So just like that, we've set up our logs. Now down here, right, we don't want to use print anymore. Okay, what do I want to do? If it processed, that's great. If it processed, let's just give ourselves the info. Okay. If the payment failed, okay, then that's going to be an error. right? But additionally, I want to know specifically the error. So I can actually go down here and I can say logging error again. But this time we're going to say traceback, and we want to format that traceback. Okay, so let's run and let's examine this output now. So I'm using the error for my logging, and additionally we're using a traceback to actually see where that error is present. My program runs, nothing's in your terminal. That's good, right? Or else we'd be printing. Over here in your payment log, okay, let me move me down a bit. There we go. You can see an error was triggered. Payment processing failed. Okay, this was the same output we got in our terminal. And then additionally, this is my traceback. Okay, you're used to seeing this in your terminal. But now instead of polluting your terminal, it's actually being displayed here. Okay, and note, right, that let's go back here. Let's actually get this to succeed. So let's call this again, and I'm going to go down here and let's just change -50 to 100. Okay, let's run that. We still have the logs prior. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. You can see, I'm going to close my terminal. Okay, now both of these ran. Okay, the original one that we said here, logging info, is not in this file. Why? Well, because we specified the level we want to log is error and higher. If we go back up to our levels of logging, you can see that info is below error. It's not going to log that info. Okay, if I were to change this to info, it's then going to include the information of that. Okay, so now that output is there. If I just go back, let's just change this. Let's say, okay, let's get our info now. Let's run the file again. The file has ran. If we go down now, you can see there's my info, right? It is working for that level. Great, guys. Okay, let's jump into an example of using APIs with actual SpaceX launch data. All right, this might be the moment you've been waiting for. We're going to use real SpaceX launch data in this one. Now, I have built out two functions, okay? My first function is just to fetch data from our API, okay? And I'm getting my responses. So, right, we're importing the requests module to get those requests back from the data we fetch. And then it pollutes, it gives us all this data back, okay? All this JSON data. And we need to structure that in a way that I can actually read it. So really my second function is just meant to process that in a readable format. And everywhere here, I'll just mark for you guys, right? We're just polluting this. Print is pretty much just about everywhere, so we can actually read this. The API I'm using, I've put down here. Okay, this is free to use. It's from SpaceX, okay, which is really cool. And you guys can actually use this too. Try and use this in some of your code. Now, when I run this, it's all fun and games. It works as expected. It's going to fetch the data. That is all of our data. Look at all that stuff. And then if I make my terminal bigger for us, right, we do see it worked, right? The launch of this rocket, it failed. This rocket failed. This failed, right? Oh, this is successful. This was a successful rocket launch coming from this data. Okay, so this is nice to see, but once again, it's here in my terminal. I don't know what's quite going on here. It's a bit complicated. So we want to refactor this to create a log to note everything that's happening. Okay, so let's go up top here, just like we have been, and we've imported requests. Let's go down here and say import logging. The first thing we need to do is take our logging and set up some basic configuration. Now, the other levels I've used info and I've used error. But if we wanted to see everything that's happening, which one do we need to use? Debug, right? So I'm going to say here logging. Let's just say debug. So now no matter what happens in your program, it is going to log it. And additionally, I don't want to see that in my terminal. If I didn't put a file name, it would just appear in your terminal. Okay. If I put a file name here, that's a bit more organized. So I'm going to say SpaceX log. And then lastly down here, let's give it our format that I've been using for the last few. Okay, so we're going to say this. I will drop those in later. Let me just get what we want here. Okay, so boom, boom. For our first one, we want the time it was logged. We would like the level name that was logged. Is it a debug? Is it a critical? Is it an error? What's going on there? And then finally, we can just get any messages that come along with that. Okay, so going down here. Now, I want you guys to answer this for me. I've set up my configuration. This print, which level of logging am I going to use for this? Okay, which one of these is going to be used for this? Well, this is just telling me something, right? It's not really, I'm not debugging. It's just basic info about what's happening. So I'm going to say, okay, that is some type of information. Oh, I get an API response. We could even put here, let's say this is going to be a debug. Okay. Here, API failed. Okay, well, if it failed, that's a bigger issue. So that's actually going to be an error in our program. We don't want it to fail. Down here, while we're processing our launch data, print no data available for this process. So if there is no data, that's not really a problem. I mean, it's kind of a problem, right? But we should probably just give like a warning, right? There could be a problem here. You need to take a look at that. And for the last two here, we are just printing off, last three, I suppose. This one could be considered info. And our last two are just going to be info. So this one, like these are both the same. One I could keep as print, okay? Logging, let's just put here, I suppose, info as well, okay? Now we've refactored that. You're not using print anymore. Run your code. Everything that we had logged is not going to be there. It's going to be in our log file. We're printing off a little line at the bottom right here. So now, look, all that extra gibberish JSON that was polluting our terminal, it's not even there right now. It just tells me, as I printed it off here, okay, if we go and examine our logs, right, all that API response data that we got, it's right here. Okay, you can see, okay, it started at this time. This is our info debug. It's beginning a connection. That's good. We have our response here that gave us back all of this stuff. If I go the way down, whoops, let's go up a little bit. There's all of our information that we essentially printed off in our terminal too. All of this is returning positive. This is good. Okay, so guys, go forward now. You've been introduced to logging, and I hope this sort of sums up how this is better than print.
All right, guys, quick challenge for you now. You've been introduced to the logging module. I want you to go over to one of your programs, a project you're working on, and I want you to refactor it. Take away print, incorporate the logging module so you can log everything so much easier. Drop a comment right there. Drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Any questions you have, I'm happy to answer. I want to be answering your questions. Remember, the first link in the description, that's my weekly Python newsletter. So come on by, check it out, join in on all the action. That's all for this week's episode of Code with Josh. Until next time, Python crew, I'll see you then.